From the A-Wing to the Jedi Starfighter to the TIE Bomber, pretty much every Star Wars movie has introduced some type of new, interesting starfighter. And with Episode 8 just months away, and with a trailer coming out tomorrow, I thought now would be an interesting time to look at some of the leaked starship designs purported to be in Episode 8. I've already done a video on The Last Jedi's new rumored Super Star Destroyer, so I'm not going to talk about that there, and I'll link to it down in the description. But what else might the newest Star Wars film be offering? Let's find out. Now, these first three ships probably won't come as a surprise to anyone who's been paying attention. That being said, I think the designs will. I mean, of course a new Star Wars movie featuring the Empire or the First Order is gonna feature new TIE fighter variants. I mean, that's always been the case, whether it's been, as I mentioned, the TIE Bomber or Interceptor, or the new First Order TIEs. Well, it seems like Episode 8 will actually go a little further than Episode 7 did in treading new ground on the TIE fighter front. And Making Star Wars has reported that there will be 3 new variants, which I'm going to post pictures of here. So the first is just a new variant on the standard TIE unit. This doesn't seem to have any sort of specialist role like a bomber would, but just, you know, a major bulk fighter. And at least to me, this looks like the TIE Experimental from Rogue One. But other than this design, which again is just an imagining from someone over at Making Star Wars based on information they've heard, we don't really know a whole lot else about this ship. We've also got a new TIE Bomber variant, and this one is actually my favorite of the lot. It's really slick, and unlike the TIE Bomber from previous movies, it's not really bulky or slow looking. Rather, it looks like something that can kind of fly under the radar and, you know, move in quickly and destroy things. And, you know, it does still kind of harken back to the old TIE Bomber. It's got those 2 little modules on the bottom, as well as a dedicated cannon on the top, which is really, really cool. So the final new TIE is basically Kylo Ren's dedicated fighter, and this supposedly is inspired by Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. And I mean, I can get that because although this isn't really a standard TIE fighter and doesn't look exactly like the new TIE fighter that we just mentioned, clearly derivative and not really that different. Like the TIE Advanced, it's kind of the color and the curvature of the wings that really make it stand out. I really like this fighter. I like the design. I like that it seems to be jet black, and I kind of like the idea of Kylo Ren actually piloting a ship. I mean, he's got Skywalker and Solo genes, so you must imagine he is probably one hell of a pilot. So that's all the leaked information we've got about new TIE fighters. However, of course, TIE fighters aren't the only ship within the Star Wars universe. There have also been leaks purporting to discuss Benicio del Toro's new ship in The Last Jedi. And this one is really interesting to me. There's no concept art, but we have learned a little bit about at least what the interior of the ship would be like. And this one, like I said, is interesting because Star Wars, at least the sequel and the original trilogies, have always had a very lived-in, grimy feel. This ship, however, is described as being very sleek, very minimalist, very white, almost like an Apple product. Think, for example, at least what the outside of the Nubian ships from Attack of the Clones and the Phantom Menace look like. And of course, we don't know a whole lot about Del Toro as a character, so we don't really know what sort of function the ship is going to serve. But it seems like it's some sort of luxury craft, almost like the Mara Jade from the Expanded Universe. So the last thing that I'm really aware of for new ships in Episode 8, besides for the Super Star Destroyer, which, as I mentioned, I'm not addressing in this video, is we have learned a little bit about the Republic fleet. And when I say Republic, I mean, of course, the New Republic, the Resistance, however basically they term themselves in the new movie. And I just want to emphasize that we know only a little bit, so don't get your hopes up too much. Leaks which I trust have said that they will have a formidable fleet and may actually engage the new Super Star Destroyer, and that they'll have ships with basically external moving turrets, kind of like the LAT gunships that were used in the Clone Wars. I've also read rumors that we'll see the return of the A-Wing, but I'm not sure how credible those are nonetheless. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that we'll see the return of some familiar and perhaps some near familiar good guy ships. Like, I mean, expect some X-Wing variants, perhaps an A-Wing and Y-Wing variant, along with some new crafts. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video informative. I'm going to put links to the pictures I featured down in the description so you guys can give some love to the original artist and peruse them at your own pleasure. As always, if you enjoyed, please subscribe, because with Star Wars Celebration coming out, well, I'm filming this on Wednesday, but I'm sure it's going to be released on Thursday. So with Star Wars Celebration starting today, you can expect a ton of new content from me. Also, please like, comment, and share, because with the recent YouTube ad debacles, it's been kind of hard for small YouTube channels like myself to survive. But you know, regardless, if you want to do that or not, thank you so much for watching. Star Wars Episode 8 trailer coming probably tomorrow, so get excited for that, and may the Force be with you.